This is a real thing. This may be the most valuable shipwreck in history. In 1622, according to the cargo manifest at the time, the ship carried 150 gold bars, 1,000 silver bars, and more than 50 chests filled with coins. Today, these treasures are valued at over $500 million. It wasn't until 1985 the man responsible was American treasure hunter Mel Fisher, who spent his life diving in search of sunken treasure. But finding the Atocha in the vast ocean was extremely difficult. So he traveled to Spain, the country the ship belonged to, and began researching in the archives for documents related to the ship. A 1626 report recorded that the ship sank near the Marquesas Keys. Fisher immediately went there to begin the search. However, visibility underwater was very poor. To solve this, Fisher installed 2 pipes on his boat and placed them in front of the propellers. Clear water would then flow to the seabed, and this method also helped to clear away mud and sand. In 1971, Fisher discovered an iron anchor on the ocean floor. This find made him believe the treasure must be nearby. Fisher then created a map marking all the items they had found underwater: cups, cannonballs, iron nails, using colored circles to indicate each item's location. Connecting these discoveries, he drew a line and believed the treasure had to be somewhere along it. In 1973, just 60 meters from the anchor, Fisher found a pile of silver coins and 3 large silver bars. This discovery alone was worth over $100,000. He returned to the Spanish archives again and found the original shipwreck records, which also listed the serial numbers of all the silver bars. Comparing them confirmed that the bars matched those listed, proof that they came from the Atocha. With these discoveries as evidence, Fisher and his team began using more advanced sonar detection technology. By 1978, his team was still searching for the main wreck of the Atocha. But then bad news came. The state of Florida claimed ownership of all the treasure Fisher had found, demanding it be handed over to the government. Fisher didn't give in. He fought back, and by 1979, he won the legal battle and was granted full ownership of the treasure. By then, Fisher had already spent over $6 million searching for the Atocha. On July 20th, 1985, the sonar scanner on their ship detected a massive object. 2 divers immediately went into the water to investigate. There, a 30-meter-long wreck appeared before them, just over 90 meters from the line they had drawn. The ship's remains were covered in silver bars, and nearby chests were filled with glittering coins and gold bars. After a 16-year-long search, Fisher's team had finally found the treasure. Even more astonishing, inside the wreck was a thumb-sized emerald. That single gem alone was worth over $800,000. And around the shipwreck, more than 2,000 similar emeralds were found. This is a real thing. A man serving time in prison wanted to help his wife at home in an unusual way. She had mentioned wanting to plant a vegetable garden in their backyard, but the ground was too hard and she couldn't manage the digging on her own. Wanting to ease her burden, the man came up with a clever plan to get the job done without lifting a finger or breaking any rules directly. He wrote a letter to his wife saying he had hidden a pistol in the backyard before his arrest and urged her to dig it up and dispose of it quickly. As he had hoped, the prison guards read the letter and immediately took action. Alarmed at the mention of a weapon, they notified the local authorities, and soon a team of officers was at his home. They spent hours digging up nearly every inch of the backyard, determined to find the hidden gun. But no matter how thoroughly they searched, they found nothing. Confused and frustrated, the police returned to the prison and questioned the man through the night. Eventually, he admitted the truth. There was no pistol. The letter had been a trick, his way of getting the yard dug up so his wife could plant her garden with ease. Though the guards were annoyed at first, they couldn't help but be amused by the man's cleverness and his creative way of helping his wife from behind bars. This is a real thing. A man was lying in bed, scrolling through his phone with the lights off. The room was dark, and only the screen lit up his face as he browsed aimlessly before sleep. Just as he was about to put the phone down, he suddenly felt dizzy, and his vision went completely black. Alarmed, he called out for help. His wife, hearing the commotion, rushed in and immediately called an ambulance. At the hospital, doctors quickly diagnosed him with acute angle closure glaucoma, a serious eye condition caused by a sudden rise in pressure inside the eye. The doctor explained that staring at a bright phone screen in complete darkness can trigger this condition, especially in people with certain risk factors. The sharp contrast between the screen light and the dark environment strains the eyes and can lead to a sudden attack. Unfortunately, in his case, the pressure had already caused irreversible damage to his optic nerve. This incident is a powerful reminder that our everyday habits can have hidden risks. Many people lie in bed using their phones with the lights off, not realizing the strain it puts on their eyes. To protect your vision, it's important to use screens in well-lit environments and give your eyes regular breaks. A simple change in routine, like keeping a soft light on while using your phone, might one day save your eyesight.